Well, hello. I guess I can dial that back a little bit. There we go. Welcome to Shacklemen After Dark, Saturday night, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. So, let me top off a little coffee as I finish up my coffee. And before I get doing any handcuffs or anything, I do want to play with putting a pick on this squire while we're getting started, if you don't mind. Sound like something's rattly in there. Alright, I'm going to use this nail on the backside. Tension on that. Ooh, what do you call it? The bolt. Lever. Or not the lever, but it's the bolt. And I'm going to try to pick 4 levers real quick. Or 4 levers. Dean, what's up, brother? You like dogs? Oh, do I like dogs? Yeah. I like dogs. Hey, you bought it how it was. I haven't picked this in a minute. So it might be frustrating. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! Oh, Snatch is a great movie, man. It's definitely a worthy flick. Alright. So I'm going to lock the bolt back up. My little lever key. And now it's ready to try picking again. Alright, what's going on, y'all? Thanks for coming through. Still kind of getting set up. And that involves doing a little tasting of the Bibbit and Tucker small batch 6-year double char bourbon. So, I'm going to see how this tastes. Smells good. My little Woodford Reserve's my normal brand, but I'm trying these out for the wife. So we'll get a little in there. Pop that back out. And set that to the side. So, alright. Take a little taste before we get going. Smells good. Smells sweet. Well, hello, the Lock Guy, what's up? Igor and Maurer, however you pronounce. Thanks for stopping by. All right, ooh, this is tasty. It's a double char bourbon, so it's like a double oaked, double barreled. So I learned a lot of cool ways of adding sweetness to bourbons. All right, well, let's go ahead and start with some thumb cuffs. Why not? That's the simple shit. Now there's some nice teeth in there, so if you push it down good and tight and you start messing around, it starts being annoying. But if you don't put them on enough, you can pull your thumb out. And I don't like to cheat it. So we're going to go ahead. If you add ice to the bourbon, well, it cools it down a little bit and it puts a little coating of water in there. It's good. It works for some bourbons, depending on when and where and how and why you are drinking your bourbon. I'm pretty much a straight up guy. I like it neat. So a quick little pick of some thumb cuffs, but the thumb cuffs are fun, y'all. You can stick it on. Oh, Anthony, how you doing? Thank you very much. I don't know what just happened exactly, but I do appreciate it. All right, so they can become annoying in a lot of different ways with these. Although, if I had my thumbs to do the work, it generally is a little bit easier. They're supposed to be. Get stuck right at the start of the show. Alright, I'll go with that in. Oh, why? That's more annoying than anything. Stuck forever. I am stuck. It should be humiliating. Oh, there we go. It should be humiliating to be stuck in the thumb cuffs, but I'm pinkying them with holes down, so come on, you stupid cuff. I also don't practice with these much. And then whenever I'm doing these, I'll often release it enough to get my finger out, but I'll just keep going until I get the full release. I like to go for the full release. What's up, Jay, Miki, Mike? How you guys doing? Got to cuff off fingers. Cut off fingers now, I know, right? Roger E, how you doing? Some YouTube staff, KO. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. We are going to, and then my really annoying one is when you go middle fingers. But I'll try not to crank it too much because this hurt like hell. And then I just ended up doing it. No, that's not the kind of guy I am there. Staff 518. Oof. Can't even get a hold of these. All right. Come on. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Shit, that hurts. Oh. Told you. You start cranking on these things. All right, I'll show you the cheat mode. I'll switch around here. If you truly get stuck, you got to be able to utilize what you got to get out. Sometimes you got to do it. All right. That's enough of those. This is a pair of Chicago transports. The leg cuffs are up there. So let me just move those to the side. I like to chain myself to the desk, force myself to practice. So that's what we do with that. All right, let's go ahead and get going with a pair of cuffs. Peerless 700Cs. You got our Shacklemen Cuff Club logo on these. Compliments of Southern Specialties, lockpicktools.com. Use the code PICKME to get 10% off if you want to get a pair. Only like $28.95. It's totally worth it. All right, so I'm going to do a little cuff escaping. Let's get started with a basic sticking this on. Oh, Covert Instruments has a 4th of July sale going. Oh, yeah, they usually do. If you are doing that, go over to, there's a picker known as Lady Locks. Go sub her up and go check out her bio. I think she has a link for Covert Instruments, and you can help her out by using her link. She's a cool-ass lock sporter, so definitely a friend, mentor. Help her out with that, and then you can go through her link and get the the deal. So if you're going to Covert, go that route. All right, well, let's go ahead and double lock these, right? So these, you have that little button in there. like to use these key extender tools. It's a lot easier to pop that or open something with a long key as opposed to using the short keys. All right, double locked up. Double, 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 double. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I'm all right, you know. You can clap your hands in cuffs. That's a nice thing. So we're double locked. I'm going to go ahead and do a double lock escape by popping the double lock. Ooh, I didn't. I slipped off. Did I pop it? Yeah, there we go. And then let's try it again here. It should be a pop. Oh, there we go. And we're out. No problem. But what if the holes are up towards your body? It's a little bit harder. Oh. So we can go ahead and pop our double. A lot easier to get to these double locks if they're facing you like that, I can tell you that. And then I'm going to have to reach around and do an awkward angle. Oh, there we go. And I can get it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the cuff out of the way on this side. And again, that is kind of an awkward angle, so I will switch to this way and be able to get it off. There we go. Try to do a hard one. What's a hard one, Naruto? I just did a double lock behind my back. I don't know. You guys don't think I can do that? Alright, screw it. Let's go behind the back. If I don't switch the camera, how would you know? Alright, so there's the cuffs. Put them on. Oop, I should have grabbed a tool. Ignoring my belly fat. Alright, just as first start out with simple escape. If I can find the hole. There we go. Ba-bam. Now, hold on. I gotta get the tool. It's alright. Let's double lock this puppy. Can't see. Other side. So do a double lock. And we will escape the double lock. Is actually, hold on. Yeah. Gotta find that fucking hole. Ah, there we go. Whew, that took a moment. Let me just get this other cuff off real quick. Drop that down in there. Take a seat and let me toast myself. I'm going for a Guinness World Record next month. 3 pairs of handcuffs escaped underwater. You guys should stick around and tune in. So I do a lot of 3-pair cuff escape practice. So 3 pairs of 700 C's. Want to be fluid, quick. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast kind of thing, yeah. So hold on, where's my holder for grabbing my pick? All right. So once I get out of these, I can light one up. All right. Ooh, that's on the wrong wrist. So go. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. That one, and we're out. And I get a reward. Oh, okay, Ryan. Otter, what's up, brother? How you doing? Narayan, how you doing? Ganesh, thank you for stopping by. Harry Kiri or something. If I butcher a name, sorry. Ryan, what's up? Yeah, I have double locked them. Double locked a bunch of them. I'll do a 3, but double lock. I move up in progressions, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I was going to answer a fucking question. Where's my... Oh, clockwise. So, there you go. If you get a pair of cuffs, what you're going to do with the key is put your key in, rotate it to where it touches, and that's the spot that's going to open up, whether it's the double lock side or the single lock side. So on these, it's going to be opposite side where that little slit is, because that's where the blade is, and it spins around underneath the rim and it hits it. And in these, you're going for about 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whichever's opposite that slit there. So I'm going to get in there. That's right where the pawl is, just underneath the rim. And you're going to pop the cuff. Get in there and pop it. 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm dealing with Chicago or Smith & Wesson. It's going to be a little different. It's still kind of in that 3 or 9, but it's just a little shallow. It's more like a 230. And you come more straight across here as opposed to coming in at an angle. And you do a little more of a lean back, whereas you come in at a straight angle on these ones a little more. So, yeah, I'm teaching you how to break out of cuffs. I'm not telling you to do it if you get arrested. That's up to you. But if you feel like getting out of cuffs because you put yourself in them or you're having playtime with your fun people, you might need to know how to get out of them. There are bad actors in this world that will put people into cuffs and things like that are not cops. So it is good to know. All right, you want me to double lock 3 pair? I'll double lock 3 pair. The challenge was issued. The challenge will be met. All right, let me grab a drink. Cheers to y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Shacklemen After Dark every Saturday night, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. I like to have some fun. Where's my key? All right. Oh, this is annoying. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you guys can even see that. 1, 2. I need an assistant. When am I going to be big enough for an assistant? All right, we got 3 double lockers. 3 double lockers. Dean, are you out of here? Oh, who's out of here? Naruto, have you taken off? Oh, hey, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. And if anyone else has popped in I haven't caught, then thanks for stopping by. All right, so 3 double lock pairs of 700C Peerless. I'm going with a nice flat pointy pokey. Got my standard grip. Gotta pop that double. Oop, and I slipped off it. There, I gotta pop the double. Open the single. Oop. Pop the double. Open the single. Did I get it? I did get it. I got it kind of squishy, so I didn't hear it or feel it, but that's sometimes you just gotta go check. Maybe you got it. Maybe you didn't, like this last one. There we go. No, I slipped off. Come on. Ooh. Keep slipping. Whoa, what the fuck is going on? Give me a clear playing field. Oh, there we go. See? That's why you practice, baby. Shim doesn't work in double lock. No. Now, if you're going to shim, you're going to want to pop that double lock first. So let's shim some cuffs real quick. After a double lock. Now, there are ways where, especially when I'm using a paper clip, I'm better at getting that double lock than I am the single lock. So, if I'm able to grab a hold of two types of tools, and once I get that double done, I just shim my way out of the cuffs. Oops. Ah. There we go. So, this is the Coxie shim designed by @Coxie's Picks, world-class escape artist. So let's shim out of 3 pairs, right? Always got to kind of crank it up. Joyce, how you doing? You got into a shooting? Don't do that. I hope you're okay. Hope everyone's okay. Zoe the cat, how you doing? Donald, what's going on? Michael, Anders, Unholy Virus. That's an interesting name. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. We're just doing some handcuff escapes. Having some fun. It's a Saturday night. I'm obviously drinking and smoking as well, because that's what happens. Alright, we're going to get out of these with a shim. Get in there to the deepest point. I need to kind of reach onto the back so I have something to push against the cuff and to press the bow slightly. So I can slide that in there between the teeth and open the cuff. And then it's rinse and repeat. Oh. Kind of hold that shim in place so it doesn't come out with the bow as you release the bow. Now, usually I'll just press this side against my body, or if I just press it here, I don't need to stick my pinky on the back, and it just becomes basically a fidget toy. Comes to opening these with a shim. Pretty easy. In fact, that's how I tell people to practice. I just take these, put them on one wrist. You got multiple cuffs. Do it that way. You don't got to worry about which way the holes are going. You just sit your wrist down. Let's get in there a little bit closer, and then you set it down and go through. Practice your shimming. And that's a nice little practice routine. Am I under the influence? I'm on my way there. Yeah, here's the rest of that shot, Dean. A little more bourbon. This is a good bourbon. I like it. I'll have to pour a little bit more, I'm sure. All right, let's back out of there a little bit. Go into something like that. All right, let's play with the colored cuffs. Still Peerless, but 750C. They've got a spring instead of a bar on the double locking mechanism, which prevents the smacking it to get it to release. So we'll go with one pair to begin. Are they easier? Are they harder? Let's find out. Gotta use the right side. Double lock it. Double lock it. Check it. Check it. All right. I just want to get. No, I just want to get in there. There it is. Actually, I've been going too hard. Trying to get at that double lock with too much force. Just get this nice little touch. Just find the spot and manipulate the spot. Harder to open without a high security key. Smith & Wesson's just tighter tolerances, a little bit better made than your Chicago or your Peerless. Your TCH are a little bit better, a little tougher, especially when you get into their rigid and their folding rigid and things like that. Total Control Handcuff, I think, is it the name of that one. And then, yeah, you get into higher security stuff. So, like the Chicago Split Paul X22. You start getting into like the Chubbs that have lever locks inside. Things like that. All right, we're going to pop the Yusuf. How you doing? Leo something or other. What's going on? All right, we're going to do a quick jump out of these. 3-pair run. Trying to hit it for time. 3, 2, 1, go. How quick can we get out of these? And we're free. That's a pretty good run. Dan, what'd you say? Alex, how you doing? Good to see you. Alright, well, let's do 3 of these double locked, right? Since we haven't done that yet. Let's run the 750C Peerless. Do a double lock escape. As I always say, if you're doing multiple cuffs, put them all on one side before you put them on the other side. It's way easier to do that. Actually, I should have double locked these before I did that too. It might have been easier, but I'm getting better at this. There's 1, 2, and 3. And this beautiful handcuff key tool was made by Rock Out With Your Lockout. He's wonderful. Ooh, there's a sticker. Kabam. Wonderful picker. Fellow Shacklemen. Great guy. Should go check him out. All right, we are double locked. Double locked. We got our favorite tool. I'm going to flick my tip, and then I'm going to go. So double lock, single lock. Double lock. Double lock. Single lock. These are all gummed up. They do not swing through very. It's kind of pinched there, so it does get in the way when you're. Ooh, I forgot I got double lock first. It does get in the way when you're doing multiple cuff escapes because it doesn't move out of the way real comfortably or smoothly. Ooh. Dude, I keep slipping off this one. My left hand, oh, there we go. My left hand is not hitting these double locks well. Definitely need more practice. And a Guinness World Record attempt coming next month. Gonna do 3 pairs of these underwater. I want to break a record, so you shall check it out. Alright, well then I guess now all that's left is going for 6 pair. Let's start for some 6 pair escapes of the Peerless. And for aesthetics, we really do have to alternate stainless steel and color. Or maybe that's just the OCD in me that demands that. Make sure I got all my holes in the right way. Alright. Getting ready here. Got a little bit left in this. Hold on. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. And before I cuff myself, let me light one up. Oh, what? Joyce has to make Odin pizza. I don't even know what I missed, but I feel like there's a lot of like drama or just shit I missed. We're making pizza? I love pizza. Alright. 6 cuff escape. It becomes very important that I hold my pick in a very vertical fashion instead of trying to crank down and create the right angle as I move down the pick stack. And even as I do that, I will start, especially when I get into like 10 cuffs and stuff, I'll start moving up where I'm holding that on. And it gets harder and harder because I lose control on that. But at 6 cuffs, it's not too bad as long as I get the cuffs to clear out of the way. Now that is the one negative with the, or one negative with the Peerless and that keyhole being in the middle of the body. If these were Smith & Wesson or Chicago, you can clear the one body out of the way of the keyhole of the next much easier. You really got to fully move this shit out of the way. Yeah, no Diddy. You don't see any lube up in here. No lube! Yeah, like the last bottle I ordered's on... it's on fucking hold out till next year. March of 2026. Alright, let's try a pair of Chicago Peerless, right? Or no, Chicago Peerless. Chicago, these are X55s. They're attached to a chain that goes to some leg cuffs. Which, my legs are not up there. I'm not that bendy. I'm going to see about getting out of these. Now, getting out of these, like I said, you're going to go to the top of that keyway. And you have a very lean back a lot of way that way. And then as you're lean back in this direction, you're going to do that first and then move. So you're going to lean back and engage the pawl and then move it out of the way with a little bit of another lean. Just like so. Get in there, lean back, second lean, and you're out of the Chicago Peerless. Or, why do I keep saying that? Chicago X55s. Alright. Where's my shirt? Gary. Gary's got stories to tell, y'all. Alright, let's do something just a little silly and for fun. We will go handcuffs and thumb cuffs. I'll grab my handy dandy little favorite tool. So, I don't know if I can get out of the... You know what? Let's try that. I'm going to try to get out of the handcuffs while still in the thumb cuffs. I've never done that before. This is a first. That's probably why I haven't done that before. Oh, I think I just had it and slipped it and shit. Ugh. Try that side. Ugh, just can't get enough leverage. Oh, God damn it, I had it. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. There we go. Alright, now I gotta get up here. That didn't really help me to get that open. But it's a fun exercise. Oh, come on, you stupid motherfucker. Well, I got it enough, but as I said, I like to finish the job and get full release. We're going for full release, folks. Ooh, there's a little bit of slop left down the bottom of that. Here's to you. That's that Bourbon Tucker. 6-year small batch, double char. That's a tasty bourbon. I tried their 6-year regular chars yesterday, and it was good. But this is definitely tastier. Definitely tasty. All right. Now let me do 6 cups again. Get back to the program. Black guy, take care, brother. Sorry, I've been able to look down. I'm trying to be going. Khaled, Vincent, Fifi, Yusuf. How you guys doing? Lance, SK, Eva. Hello. I'm claustrophobic too. Eva, in all honesty, this has done wonders for my claustrophobia. Crazily enough, early on I did have a few issues. I had a few moments where I got stuck and got freaked out and things like that, but we do follow, and I don't go over them on the show or live or whatever, but we do follow some rules. We advise some rules when it comes to this, and it's always have keys, a lot of keys available. Never do it alone. Always have someone nearby to help get you out if you get stuck. Always test your stuff ahead of time. Practice in hand. Things like that. And if you follow all that, it really kind of helps you if you get into a panic mode, and then you have these ideas and these rules kind of helping guide you, and then you do it enough, and then at this point, I walk around town and run errands in cuffs. I hang out in my house in cuffs. I forget I'm in cuffs, because I know at any given point, I can go find something and get out of the cuffs. No problem. So doing this actually has stopped triggering any kind of claustrophobia in me. It's been a long time. And that transfers to even like when I get MRIs or have to do little side jobs where I'm creeping underneath the counter, things like that. It definitely helps me with all that stuff. Definitely. Now do it behind my back. Leo, where you been, man? I already did that. I'll do it again. It's hard to get it on camera. I can't see what's going on. I can't see the chat. It's just not the most productive for keeping people engaged with me. Well, no, I feel you, bro. I thank you for coming by. Oh, Cody. Oh, hold on. Cody had a story. When I was in prison, they use this thing called the black box. Essentially, it goes around the cuffs and attaches the waist chains. And if you don't have access to the key, yes, we have a guy At Deadlocks, he actually just did one of the block box covers that go over these that gets a extra padlock added to, and he did an escape out of those. But yeah, definitely they have covers and boxes and extra chains and restraints and things like that that get added for transport, that get added at different levels of security and things like that. So that's why there's a lot of levels and a lot of room to play with doing this. It's a very deep hobby. It's a very fun thing to get into. Speaking of fun, let me show a fun one. So, since you guys are hanging out and you've stuck around me, I'll show you some fun cuffs. These are the H&R Super Styles Chinese knockoffs. And they... Where is... I gotta find my tool. Or a tool I can use. Do I have one? Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'll do a quick run with these. These are cool because the keyhole's at the bottom there. And there's a little peg down there that's a little triangle that fits on and turns. Double lock it or disengage. But it's kind of easy to pop the double lock. And then as long as you have something that can get down in there to the front of the wheel, you can go ahead and pop your cuffs off. They're definitely fun. They're fun to make tools for too. And there we go. We're out of a needle technically, and kind of a higher security cuff. Anytime you got weird keyholes and weird places, and that swivel has to be in place in the right spot to be able to get into the hole. So if it's not right, and it's not right, that becomes annoying when those are on your wrists, for damn sure. And then, oh shit, just showing you guys stuff. I'll show you a pair of the Chubbs IK70s. These have levers inside there, so if you want to pick them, you actually have to put pressure. It's hard to even get my finger. I don't have any. I bite my nails, so it's hard to get your thumbnail on that. You got to get that engaged, and then get in here, pick the 3 levers, and get on the lever. Oh shit. That's what happens when you don't practice. Oh, there you go. And you do it like that. These are sent to me by the Fighting Lockpicker, at the Fighting Lockpicker. Really cool guy. Those are double locked. I don't know why I did that. Alright, let's try to pick those. Because if I try to slap those on my wrists, it's gonna really fucking hurt. It's the same way. I just gotta use my thumbnail to put pressure on that little nub. I gotta manage to get on and pick these 3 levers. Well, fuck it. Ow. That's hurt my thumbnail. Anyway, that's what those are. Airwolf. Yes. Stringfellow Hawk. Are you talking about that Airwolf? Yusuf? You think I don't know? Can you get out without using a lock pick? Yeah. I mean, there you go. That's a bobby pin. Oversized bobby pin. But it's a bobby pin. I can put myself in a pair of Peerless. Any of the Peerless. Any of the Smith & Wesson or the Chicago that I own. But most importantly, the Peerless. Actually, I have a few of those. And these are double locked. This is simply a bobby pin. If you'll notice at this end, I've accentuated the bend that's naturally at the one end. Naturally. How you find them, how they're made. But I can get in here and pick that double lock and then come around to that side and open it. Once again, I'm going to use that to get in right there. Pick that double lock, which I might not have picked. You stupid beastard. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. Tell me it wasn't it. Scheiße. Again, the practice thing. I'm not getting in there. What I don't want to do is bend the shit out of this. So. Oh, it is bent. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was bent out of shape. There. See, do I run this legally? Yeah, actually, I teach cops how to get out of cuffs. And we'll be expanding that program a lot more towards the end of the year. It's kind of like a local seer. Do I run this legally? Yes, I'm legal. I hate cuffs. I used to not be a fan, but I love them. I got a lot of collection. That's all my Peerless and one pair of that. Why don't we go ahead and show you? As I said, on the transport cuffs for Chicago, you got the X5s on the wrists and the whatever the boot cuffs are. I do have a pair of independent X55s. I've got the 801. These are the aluminum lightweights from Chicago. And then I have some fun pastel colored Chicago 1000s, which are a lot of fun. Well then, Bob, what can I do to entertain you, buddy? Can I do a particular escape, or can I time you out so you get, can go do your own thing? What do you want, buddy? All right, let's do a Chicago 1000s 3-pair escape. The coloring is just powder coating. And these are a pretty basic pair of cuffs. But they have the Chicago keyhole and mechanism and all that, so they're definitely worth getting and practicing. So you can get into the X22s and X55s. Oh shit, I've got those way too tight on that wrist. And I don't know where I put my pick. Well, I guess I just have to find a different clip. Alright, I'm going to get in there with the Jimmy Longs. Let me move that back into transparent eyeball. Oh, what's up? Transparent eyeball. It's one of our boys. Shacklemen. Oh, you're a Shacklemen, aren't you? Mitten Made vet. He's in my Mitten Made vet group. He's a good guy. I just got to meet him and have lunch with him the other day, or last week. That was definitely a good time. All right. Now, because I have an angle on that hook instead of just a flat pointy pokey, it changes where the pick is hitting the pawl. So I gotta do a little more feeling. Make sure I'm engaging it, and then I'm moving it. And I'd like to do it without bending my pick. So if I take a little more time, and feel what I'm doing. Scheiße. Come on, you stupid goddamn thing. Alright. Oh, I'm going to be stuck in this one. Just going to walk away around all day tomorrow wearing one cuff. God damn it. What the fuck is going on? Well, that's not ideal. Let me try it with the oversized bobby. Well, it worked really nicely there. Bro's not getting away from the cops. I've gotten away from the cops. So that's wrong. But I didn't have to get out of cuffs to do it. And it was a long time ago. Back when I was a ne'er-do-well. Patriot for Humanity. How you doing? Hoda, Daniel, Mike. What's up? Kurt, Graham. Some name I can't, something with a K-A. How you doing? What's going on, y'all? King Eagle, 3D printing, Nut something or other. Well, hello, Nut. All right, y'all. It was a fun time. I had a great night. I'm going to bow out. I'm going to actually clean my shit up, and I got to do a little bit of content for my other channel. I'm going to be here every Saturday night, midnight, Eastern Standard Time, Shacklemen After Dark, sometimes throughout the week. Check the channel out, sub me up, give me some likes, some views, send me some money, all that kind of cool crap. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and y'all have a great night. Talk to you later.